Hi everyone! In this video, I'll be going over adjectives and adverbs. We use them in English to help us describe, to be more descriptive. First, let's talk about adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns. And remember, nouns are people, places, or things. These are different types of adjectives. There are more, but these are just examples. You can have adjectives of opinion, like beautiful or amazing. So perhaps you are talking about a person. You say a beautiful person, or maybe it's a place, like an amazing city, or maybe it's a thing, like a computer, like an awesome computer. You can have adjectives of temperature, like cold, warm, hot, sunny, to describe how you feel or what the temperature is like. The size, small, huge, big, tiny, average, medium, tall. So for example, you might be talking about a scarf, a small scarf, or a huge scarf, or maybe it's a house, like an average house, a tiny house, a big house. We can use it to talk about age, like young, middle-aged, ancient. The shape or color, round, red, sharp, like a knife. You could say a sharp knife. Origin, material. So where does it come from? So for example, Chinese, a Chinese product. Or material, like wooden, like my dresser behind me. Personality and feeling, like a friendly person, a kind person. Or maybe you say, I am happy, to describe how you feel. Let's practice. What are the adjectives in these sentences? The active students participated in class. Active. So active is describing the noun students. The students are very enthusiastic. What's the adjective? Enthusiastic. It's describing the students. The teacher is happy to be there. What's the adjective? Happy, and it's describing the teacher. Now I want to talk about where we put adjectives in a sentence. The adjective can go after the be verb. The be verb is like am, is, are, was, were, like the teacher is happy. So after this be verb, or the students are enthusiastic. And oftentimes we put it before the noun, the active students. In some languages, adjectives go after the noun, but in English it goes before the noun or after a be verb. Let's practice. Can you add adjectives to this sentence? The panda is eating leaves. So this is a basic sentence, but maybe we want to be more descriptive so the reader can see the picture. So what kind of panda is it? The endangered panda, or the black and white panda, or the baby panda, the young panda, the older or elderly panda, right? So we can add an adjective to be more descriptive. To describe the panda, leaves. We can say green bamboo or green and yellow bamboo leaves. So this shows the type of leaves. Let's practice some more. Can you add adjectives to this sentence? The town has a problem. So what kind of town is it? And what kind of problem is it? For example, you could say the polluted town has a serious problem. This is just some extra practice we'll be doing in Zoom or in class, so you can look that over. If you're reading Enrique's Journey, we're going to be looking for adjectives. So paying attention to how adjectives are used in the reading. Now let's talk about adverbs. Adverbs can describe verbs, adjectives, other adverbs, and whole sentences. First, I'm going to go over how we use adverbs to describe verbs. They usually answer the question how, or how frequently, how often. She drove the car. How did she drive the car? She drove the car slowly, or fast, or carefully. So this is the adverb that's describing the verb and explaining how did she drive. She drove quickly. We put the adverb usually at the end of the sentence, but it can go other places too. You can also put the adverb before the verb, like she slowly drove the car, for example. Adverbs can describe also adjectives, and they answer the question how or how much. I can say, I am excited. Excited is an adjective describing how I feel. How excited are you? How much? I'm extremely, so, very, quite excited. These are all adverbs to describe how much you're excited. So the adverb would go before the adjective when you're using it this way. What do adverbs look like? They often end in ly. You can take the adjective and then add ly to make an adverb. For example, careful would become carefully. Happy, happily. Excited, excitedly. Quick, quickly. So sometimes they end in ly. We also have irregular adverbs like good is the adjective, but the adverb is well. Like, how does he drive? He drives very well. Other irregular ones are hard or fast. It doesn't change. So the adjective and adverb are exactly the same. Like, he drives fast. I don't say fastly. Okay, hard. So there are two adverbs, hard and hardly. This one's an irregular one. In baseball, you need to hit the ball hard. That means with force. So this is an adverb. We don't add ly. It means really hard, like really impactful, powerfully. We also have hardly, and this means almost not at all, like rarely. Last weekend, I hardly slept at all. That means you almost didn't sleep at all, maybe like an hour or two, very little. This is an adverb of frequency. Here are some other adverbs of frequency that explain how often. Always, usually, often, sometimes, hardly, and then never is that never happens. So hardly is like right before that. Let's practice. How do these students work together? The students work together happily, nicely. We can see them smiling. These are just some more examples to see how adjectives and adverbs work. For example, a careful reader. This is an adjective to describe the noun reader. Or you can say, I am careful. So you can have the be verb and then the adjective. And then you could say, I read carefully. This is the verb and then the adverb. Here's another example. Incorrect pronunciation. Adjective, noun. The pronunciation is incorrect. I have my be verb and my adjective, and this is describing the pronunciation. I pronounced the word incorrectly. Pronounced is a verb, and then this is the adverb describing how I pronounced the word. I have some more examples here. Let's look at the last one because it has an irregular one. A good writer. Adjective, noun. I am a good writer. Adjective, noun. And we see after the be verb, but you say I write. You don't say I write goodly or I write good. You would say I write well. We want the adverb to describe the verb write. This is just some practice we'll do if you're reading Enrique's journey. Okay, let's recap. Let's review. Adjectives describe nouns, and adverbs can describe verbs, adjectives, other adverbs, and sentences. And you can use these words to help you be more descriptive. All right, I hope you learned some things about this grammar topic in this video, and please reach out to me if you have any questions.